Immigration predictions for 2022. The federal government released several new policies to alleviate burdens and bottlenecks in the immigration system in 2021 and rescinded some of the more egregious immigration policies put in place under the previous administration. Here are our predictions for what other changes we might expect to see in the coming year. USCIS and DOS backlogs should slow, but won't disappear. The number of applications and petitions received by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services and the Department of State continue to increase in 2021 and seem likely to do so again in 2022. USCIS made a dent in the backlog in 2021, but DOS is still struggling to catch up after the pandemic derailed interview appointments around the world. At the current rate, the backlogs at either agency aren't going away in 2022. Immigration reform through legislation could happen piecemeal. The Immigration Parole Plan, passed by the House Build Back Better Act, which included 5-year work permits and deportation protections, has been nixed by the Senate parliamentarian. For the moment, it seems the larger plan to reform immigration through the budget reconciliation process has stalled. Legislation to protect Dreamers, essential workers, and temporary protected status holders are broadly popular, though, and congressional Democrats may feel pressure from their constituents to deliver protections for at least these groups of people. Congressional inaction on immigration will force executive action. Given the hyper-partisan gridlock in Congress, it's unlikely much meaningful immigration legislation will be passed in 2022, which means we could begin to see an increase in the executive branch's action on the issue. This could take the form of presidential proclamations and executive orders, or greater use of the agency's rulemaking process, just as the previous administration did regarding the 2019 public charge rule or the 2020 fee rule, for example. Improvements to the H-1B visa program. Expect to see an overhaul of the H-1B visa program as the Biden administration takes action to try and alleviate the U.S. labor shortages while protecting American jobs and immigrant workers. Some proposed changes to the program include increased flexibility for startup entrepreneurs, changes to the government's definition of the employee-employer relationship, and increasing H-1B worker wages. Government fee hike. The State Department has proposed significantly increasing fees for most non-immigrant visas in 2022. Visitor visas, B1/B2, and student visas, F, M, and J, will likely increase by more than 50%, from $160 to $245. Employment visas will also see an even greater jump, from $190 to $310, a 63% increase. The new fees will go into effect before September 2022. Litigation will continue as the Biden administration struggles to undo Trump-era policies. An increase in executive action and rulemaking on immigration has led in the past to lawsuits, and 2022 will be no different. By the end of 2021, there were active lawsuits over migrant protection protocols, remain in Mexico, President Biden's ICE enforcement priorities, work permit processing delays, asylum restrictions, public health orders at the southern border, and more. These cases will continue in 2022, likely with more to join them. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Boundless for the latest in immigration news. Thanks for watching.